Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be discussing a few things that you can do today to help improve the quality of your sleep when you have back pain. I am Anna Maria, a physiotherapist and Pilates instructor and creator of this channel. Why is sleep important first of all? So we all know that lack of sleep has impact on our health and well-being. But when you have back pain, it's even worse. So pain in itself can be quite debilitating, and studies have shown that the quality of sleep affects pain and pain affects quality of sleep. So it's a bi-directional effect. One affects the other. So before we head on to the shops and buy a new mattress and all these pillows and everything, there are a few things you can try at home that you can do today and with things that you actually have around the house, such as a towel. So the first thing we're going to go through is obviously posture in bed. Posture in bed is one of the things that you start off with. Everyone has a preference of how they start to sleep. And even if you change a lot during the night, you always start off in one position. And in the beginning of the night, it's usually the deepest sleep that you get. So it's the longest time that you get in that sleep pattern. So it's important you start off in a good position, even if you don't end up in one, but at least you try. So the first thing we're going to go over is posture in bed. And I'm going to go through every single position and how you can change it to help it. So the first one is the easy one, lying on your back. So I'm going to be using a few sofa pillows, but obviously you will be using your own pillows, and we will talk pillows in the second bit of the video. But this is just to give you an idea of what you can change in the different positions. So if you're lying in bed and you're going to start off lying on your back, you ideally want to be in a bent position. If you straighten your legs, that will start to pull onto your back, and if you have sciatica, that makes your symptoms worse. So what you want to do is grab a pillow, or even two sometimes, and fill that gap and just lie with your legs supported up. And this will give you a nice support for your legs to be in, offloading your back and not pulling onto that lower back or your sciatic nerve. So this is position lying in bed face up, having a few pillows propped up underneath the knees to offload the pressure onto your back. So then we're going to go position lying on your side. So for this one, grab a towel. Sometimes you will need more than just one of the towel, but you can have you can start with one to begin with. Roll the towel, and then what you want to do is place it where your waist is going to be. So what happens when we lie on our side is, no matter what type of mattress you have, our pelvis, where our hips are, is wider than our back. So we tend to have that gap where as you lie on the side, your spine bends down. And that will gives us a little bit of pressure onto the spine. It will also affect the muscles on either side. So on the side you're lying, it's going to put pressure on it, and then the top side is going to make it shorten. So it's going to really make us an uncomfortable position when we are in that position. You also need a pillow, because you will then need to put it in between the knees. So when you put a towel, that fills the gap between your pelvis and your spine and makes your spine stay in a more comfortable, straighter position. So what you'll then need to do is you can have this towel a bit longer, and it will be easier to turn. When you turn in bed on either side, it will be easier for you because it's already there. There are pillows that already exist that are in a kind of lumbar roll shape, and that you can use across your spine. But if you don't have any of those, you can use a towel, and simply just make sure it's in that gap. Lie on your side, and it already feels more comfortable when you're lying on your side. Now, if you have any leg pain and in this position it's already a bit more uncomfortable, grab a pillow and place it in between the knees. Again, there are pillows already for this kind of position, but you don't need to start buying anything just yet. Just try it out and see how it goes, and then you can see how it goes in that position, sleep, and then if you turn position, it's fine. You can readjust and see how it feels better for you. So then we have lying on our tummy. Now, lying on our tummy is generally an okay position, but sometimes it can give us a little bit more pressure into extension, so our back just bends downwards a little bit. So what you then want to do is have an option to either have a folded towel, and that will be across your pelvis to help open it up, or else have a pillow that you can lie on. Now, ideally, it's not a really high pillow, it's a lowish kind of pillow to make sure that you're not overly bent, unless that's a position that you really are more comfortable in. And this is more useful if you have facet joint problems, because in that bent position downwards, it will press the facet joints on top of each other, whereas if you open them up by using a pillow, it's more comfortable for you. So again, you will need a pillow for your face. You will lie down with either the towel or the pillow, whichever that you feel comfortable with, and then lie on your front and let that towel underneath your pelvis open up that lower back. And that would be a little bit more comfortable, as opposed to having nothing at all. Then you allow your back to bend downwards. And what's actually doing is just lifting from the front and opening that lower back a little bit more. So allowing a little bit less pressure onto that bend. So those are the main positions for your sleep. Lying on your back, lying on your side, lying on your front. Obviously, there are other positions that people sleep in, but these are the main ones, and these are the slight adaptations you can try tonight to see if that actually helps relieve your pain and symptoms. The second bit is talking about pillows. So the position of your neck when you're lying in bed is important. So we want a position where your neck is, we call like a neutral spine position. So you don't want it bent forward. So you obviously want to avoid very high pillows. You do not want to be all propped up, because unless that is because you have a medical condition, you try not to be in that bent position, because it is going to create neural tension throughout your back and your neck. So you want a pillow that is actually enough to get your neck in a straight position. So you want to lie down, shoulders off the pillow, and you want to just have that nice comfortable space where your head is just resting on the pillow. It can be a soft pillow, it can be a hard pillow. This is entirely comfort for you. You can also choose to have a flat pillow or use a towel. Sometimes with people with neck pain, you might want to not have anything underneath your head, and that's absolutely fine. You can sleep without a pillow, or you can use a little bit of a folded towel. That will be enough to have a little bit of support. Again, your neck shouldn't be bent this way or that way. Ideally should be in a nice neutral spine position where your head is in line with the rest of your body, rather than higher up or lower down. Obviously, there are other types of pillows on the market, but I'm not here to talk about pillows in that way. I'm here to just show you the impact of the different levels that you will have and how they can impact your spine. So the one that you really need to look at is the space and how much it will affect the position of your neck. And lastly, we're going to be talking about exercise. So yes, a few exercises that you can do prior to going to bed, and you can also do them before you get out of bed. So when you have back pain, there is a level of inflammation that goes on, and it will affect the way you move in bed. So after a period of rest, after a period of no activity, you will find it harder to get out of that position and change. And with back pain, we know that exercise is one of the things that will help improve your pain, functional outcome, and general well-being. So maybe doing a few exercises that might release a little bit of that tension, specifically for the lower back, will help you and might help you even long term. So what you're going to do is I'm going to show you a few exercises. You don't need to be doing them on the mat. You can do them absolutely on the bed before you sleep. You don't need any equipment. Just make sure again that your pillow is not too high, and if you have a towel instead of a pillow, that might work, or just lie on your pillow, so it doesn't really matter. And again, just remove your blanket or quilt if you have one. You want to just keep your legs nice and free, and you'll be lying face up, and we're just going to go through some basic exercises that you can do. So this is all about movement here. So once you're comfortable with your head position and the rest of your body, start with your feet bent, And we're going to go through the first one, which is pelvic rocks. So basically, where your pelvis lies, we're going to press that lower back into the floor, making an impression with the lower back, not lifting through your body, not lifting through your bottom, and just keeping it in that position. And then breathe out and relax. And again, breathing in, press that lower back into the bed, and then breathe out, release. Breathe in and breathe out. So you're thinking of your pelvis rocking back and rocking forwards. If you do struggle with that movement and you feel a little bit stiff, what you can do is place your hand in a shape of a diamond. So thumbs together, index fingers together, index finger over your pubic bone, thumbs over your belly button, and the palm of your hands over your pelvis on either side. So once you've done that, you want to think of your diamond pointing up towards the ceiling as you're pressing that lower back into the bed, and then going away. And then into the bed, and then going away. Into the bed, going away. Into the bed, going away. And you do a few repetitions. Normally these will be about 6 to 8 repetitions because you're just moving your lower back and you're getting yourself into that movement. So once you've done a little bit of that pelvic tilt, you can do an easy one where your legs are together, your hands are slightly out, and just rotate your legs ever so slightly to the side, and then bring them back to the center. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Last one. Very good. And that will give you a little bit of easiness of movement into that rotation. The third exercise is pulling knee to chest to begin with, and then releasing it. And pulling knee to chest and releasing. And this will help start to release any tension into that sciatic nerve. And then once you've done a few repetitions, you hold the knee, you try extend the leg as far as you're comfortable, and then bend it back. Extend as far as you're comfortable, even if it goes a little bit away from the hip, and then come back. Extend it as far as you can, then come back. 3, come back. 2, come back. Last one, we're going to hold it there and reflex the foot and point. And flex and point. And flex and point. And again, you can hold onto that leg, it doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1. And then bend the knee and repeat the same onto the opposite side. But then the next exercise you'd want to do is pull knees together, hug knees together, and rock a little bit side to side. That will ease off any tension into that lower back. And then once you've done a few of these, lower your legs. And the last thing you'd want to do is some belly breathing, just to relax everything around your lower part of your pelvis. And we can do some belly breathing and some back breathing as well. So what you want to do is just place your hands over the lowest bit of your pelvis, almost next to your pubic bone. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take a breath in through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And what you're trying to do is with your inhale, so your breath in, you want to try and aim that breath towards the bottom of your hand into that lower part of your tummy, so not up here. Now, if you are a chest breather, what you can do is the opposite hand, place it on your chest and put the other hand onto your pelvis. So you're trying to aim not to lift that hand onto your chest, but to lift the hand onto your pelvis. So again, you take a breath in and breath out. So breath in and aim for the breath towards your hand, towards the pelvis. Breath in and breath out. Again, 2 more, breath in and breath out. Last one, breath in and breath out. And by doing that, it will get your pelvic floor to relax and also contract as it breathes out, and will help a little bit more the focus on your pelvis. Now we're going to go back breathing. So we're going to place our hand into that lower back, and instead of aiming your breath towards your pelvis, you're aiming your breath towards your lower back. So again, it's almost like you want to press that lower back into the floor, into your hand, but with your breath, not with your actual muscles. So take a breath in and breathe out. Again, aim for that breath towards the back of your lower back. Take a breath in and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. And then before you open your eyes, just place your hands by your side. You can do a few pelvic rocks if you want, and then just have a few breaths with normal breathing. And that's it. Well done. So you can do that with every single time you go to bed. If you wish, you can try it tonight. And if you have any questions, do let me know. But I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel for updates on weekly releases. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.